Thank you, Madam Acting Deputy President. I rise to congratulate and acknowledge a number of Territorians who have been recognised through the Australian of the Year Awards and NAIDOC Awards in this past week. Dr Wendy Page was announced as the Northern Territory's 2021 Australian of the Year. Since a small but deadly parasite killed Wendy Page's friend and colleague in the East Arnhem Land community of Yirrkala in 1999, Dr Page has dedicated her life to eradicating the parasite and the tropical disease it causes, strongylitis. Her friend and colleague, an Aboriginal health worker, passed away in Adelaide from the disease, a huge loss for her as a friend and for the health team. She told the award ceremony in Darwin last week, "Let her death not be in vain." She's been a motivator, sitting on my shoulder, saying, "We've got to do something about it." So Wendy is doing something about it. She's focused on eradicating the disease from remote communities and closing the gap. Stuart Mcgrath was announced as the Northern Territory Young Australian of the Year. Stuart was recognised for his efforts in improving the health of his home community of Gallawinku in East Arnhem Land. He's on track to become the first registered Yolngu nurse. In accepting his award, Stuart spoke about his experience with suicide from a young age, saying he saw suicide when he was 12 years old. "I didn't even know what suicide was, and the death kept going on with diabetes, cardiac disease and everything. Yolngu people were dying at an unnecessary age, along with knowledge and wisdom, and that's what inspired me to get into health," says Stuart. Miriam Rose Bowman was awarded the Northern Territory's Senior Australian of the Year. Miriam Rose, the Northern Territory's first fully qualified Aboriginal teacher, was recognised for her lifelong dedication to remote education. Dr Bowman comes from Nayu, Daly River. At the awards ceremony, she said, "For so many years we've always been getting teachers from down south to come up and work and live among us to help us and have their expertise," she said. And I said, "Look, we Indigenous people can do that too." It meant that we knew the kids better and the families, so why not become a teacher as well? We don't have to go when our contracts are finished. Erica Gibson, a Katherine Police Sergeant trying to stamp out domestic violence, won the Northern Territory Local Hero Award. She was lauded for her community work bettering the lives of girls and women, as well as her long-term commitment to stamping out domestic violence. Erica has been in the NT Police Force for more than 3 decades. The 4 winners are eligible to be named the overall Australian of the Year at an award ceremony here in Canberra in January. Now to NAIDOC. NAIDOC award winners. I'd certainly like to congratulate the top-end NAIDOC 2020 award winners who were presented with their awards at a ceremony just on the weekend. The winners were Vocational Education and Training was awarded to Jessica Bradley, Lifetime Achievement awarded to Leanne Caton, Female Elder of the Year awarded to Linda Jackson, Male Elder of the Year awarded to Halpin Hart, Youth of the Year awarded to Shana Ali and Millima May, who organised the Black Lives Matter rally, Sportsperson of the Year awarded to Daniel Rioli, Artist of the Year awarded to Rochelle Fijo Tasker, Person of the Year awarded to Bronwyn Webber, Caring for Country awarded to Ellie Mae Bradley, and Scholar of the Year awarded to Christabel Stanislaus. And Leanne Caton. I would like to take a minute to talk about Leanne Caton. I'd probably need a lot more than a minute to talk about Leanne Caton because she's a pretty amazing woman. Winner of the NAIDOC Lifetime Achievement Award, an incredibly well-deserved award, Leanne. Leader of the Opposition Anthony Albanese visited Darwin last week and was able to meet with Leanne in her capacity as CEO of Aboriginal housing provider Yili Ria. Leanne is a Kalkadoon woman who grew up in Darwin and has family and cultural connections throughout the Northern Territory, South Australia, Western Australia and Queensland. I've had the privilege of getting to know Leanne well over many, many years, decades in fact, speaking alongside her at panel discussions and seeing firsthand the passion and commitment that Leanne brings to improving the lives of First Nations people. Leanne, you're certainly a force to be reckoned with, and we're absolutely lucky, so lucky to have you in the Northern Territory and doing the work that you do at Yili Riyang. Under your leadership, Yili Riyang has become a leading provider of affordable housing and community housing based in Darwin in the Northern Territory. You and your staff deliver professional housing management, maintenance and construction services to the top-end community, manage the tenancies and municipal services of Indigenous communities, and provide affordable housing to individuals and families who are disadvantaged in the mainstream housing market. Madam Acting Deputy President, I'd like to just say to all the winners that I've read out tonight here in the Senate, congratulations to each of you. Congratulations also to the organisers of top-end NAIDOC Awards for the successful event, Kathy Raymond, Joy Baird, Maisie Austin and Faye Parryman. More than 200 people attended the ceremony on Saturday night on Larrakia country. There are many events in the Northern Territory I'm sorry to miss this week, and that was certainly one of them. But I do remember you here as I stand on Ngunnawal and Ngambri country, congratulating each and every one of you this NAIDOC week. NAIDOC is a special week, and while it is usually in July and has been pushed back due to COVID, the Northern Territory is celebrating in style with a significant number of events taking place. I'd certainly like to take the time to thank my staff in Darwin who've been able to attend events, NAIDOC events on my behalf this week, including at Bagot Community, at the Aboriginal Bush Traders also this morning, and at more events in coming days, including the premiere of the amazing film I've yet to see but heard so much about, High Ground, a frontier-era movie set in Arnhem Land in 1919, and I'm certainly hoping that we will be able to host that movie here in Parliament House early next year. There's also a number of events taking place in Alice Springs, including the Tangentyere Artists Exhibition on Saturday and Community Day on Friday. Wishing everyone right across Australia, First Nations people, wherever you are and your families, to all Australians, as we celebrate NAIDOC Week, always was, always will be. It is the chance to bring about far greater unity between Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal Australians, Torres Strait Islanders and all those who've called Australia home. That's what NAIDOC Week is about, Madam Acting Deputy President, and an opportunity to get to know one another, listen, learn and hopefully take away the lessons that can create a better chance and a better Australia for all of us.